It always starts with a feeling. You can't explain it, but something's changed. His tone, his attention, his schedule. And now that quiet voice in your head keeps whispering, is he cheating on me? Today, I'll walk you through 7 clever techniques used by real investigators, digital forensics, and even relationship experts to uncover the truth, all using everyday technology, a bit of behavioral psychology, and some smart detective-style planning. No vague advice, no guessing, just real and effective strategies you can start using right now to catch your cheating husband red-handed. And stay with me until the end, because the 4th strategy alone could save you months of guessing. So let's get started. Number 1, the digital footprint that goes deeper than texts. A seasoned cheater knows to delete obvious messages in seconds, but he often overlooks the subtle digital footprints that don't seem like secrets at first glance. Let's start with the metadata footprint. When a secret photo or video is deleted, the file's metadata often remains. To access this, you need to know how to legally access his cloud backups, specifically the recently deleted folders in iCloud or Google Photos, where the original file still sits. Yes, even if photos are emptied on his phone's recently deleted folder, you might still catch them on iCloud.com before the deletion process fully syncs. Next, we trace the financial footprint. Money rarely lies, so look specifically for small recurring payments on unfamiliar cards, such as apps, gift cards, or other services used for secret communication. Also watch for unusual expenses like an expensive dinner, a movie, or a hotel stay. Anything that doesn't match his explained plans. Now, when you spot a suspicious charge, note the date, amount, merchant, and compare it with his stated whereabouts. Remember, digital records are harder to erase, and the patterns they reveal often tell you more than words ever could. Number 2. Testing using psychology. In behavioral psychology, professional investigators always start by establishing an individual's baseline behavior. That is, their normal routine. Once you know what normal looks like, any sudden change stands out. So if he abruptly starts working out, upgrades his wardrobe, or switches to a new expensive cologne, that's rarely about self-improvement. It's about trying to impress someone new. Then, try the compartmentalization test. Casually ask about a minor detail from something he said he attended, like that late work meeting. Then a few days later, offhandedly ask, "Hey, what was that project you were working on during that late meeting last Tuesday?" Now, an honest man will answer effortlessly, but a liar has to recreate the lie and is highly likely to trip over small details due to what psychologists call cognitive load. And remember, those small inconsistencies often reveal bigger cracks in the story. Number 3, the unannounced visit tactical plan. This is a high-risk, high-reward strategy that requires steady nerves and careful timing. Start with what we call the false alarm. So if he says he's working late, call his office during that time. Don't ask for him directly, but ask for a non-existent colleague. If the person answering says something like, "Everyone's already left for the day," or "The office is closed," you have your first clue. Then comes the unannounced drop-in. Well, if you decide to check in person, prepare a completely believable story. Say you were nearby and wanted to drop off your lunch or his favorite coffee. Now observe his immediate reactions. Does he seem flustered, sweaty, or overly eager to get you out of that place? Well, those instant defensive moves are often a strong warning sign. Number 4. Social media reverse forensics. This strategy is all about using information that's already public, what investigators call open source intelligence. The key here is geolocation pinning. Now, if you suspect someone specific, skim their public posts, comments, and tagged photos. People often forget to restrict their location tagging on posts. So finding an old photo of the mistress tagged at a specific hotel or area that correlates exactly with the time your husband claimed to be out of town can be definitive proof. And here's one of the biggest secrets. If you can casually ask for access to his Google account for an innocent reason, you may be able to view Google's My Activity. This is a goldmine of data showing his online searches, visited websites, bookings, and information that you can't even imagine. So if you've ever suspected something and don't know where to begin, start here. Checking his Google My Activity alone can reveal more truth than hours of worry ever will. Number 5. Strategic use of discrete tracking technology. Installing a GPS tracker on a car you co-own is usually legal, but laws vary by location. With that caution in place, vehicle tracking is extremely effective. These small magnetic trackers can provide a solid record of his whereabouts. The goal here isn't necessarily to follow him live, but to collect a pattern of evidence, like repeated visits to the same unknown address during suspicious late hours. If a dedicated tracker is impossible, consider ghost device monitoring. Yes, if you have an old unused phone with Find My Device active, strategically forgetting it in a car cubby or work bag can turn it into a temporary covert location device. And finally, if you share a Google account, you can also check Google Maps timeline to view his location history and travel patterns. Number 6. The silent confrontation strategy. This is a powerful psychological strategy designed to prevent denial and gaslighting. In this technique, instead of asking, "Are you cheating on me?" which simply invites him to lie, state evidence firmly like, "I know you've been seeing Stella, and I have proof of your hotel booking." Immediately follow this with the silent protocol. Yes, once you said it, stop talking. This silence creates psychological pressure that forces him to react. Now, an innocent person will react with genuine confusion and disbelief at the false accusation. A guilty person, on the other hand, will rush to over-explain, rationalize, or even accuse you of spying. Thus, this difference in their immediate, unscripted reaction is your final confirmation. Number 7. Gaining clarity by hiring a professional. The final step is to take your collection of behavioral deviations, financial discrepancies, and digital clues and hire a private investigator for a short term. Professional surveillance. Their findings are unbiased and gathered entirely within the legal framework, turning your suspicions into undeniable facts you can use. Lastly, remember, finding the truth means setting aside emotions and adopting a cold, strategic mindset. By using these 7 practical, tech-supported, and psychologically sound strategies, you can finally move from suspicion to undeniable truth.